Morning to all my dear students. I am Neelam Miss from Mehndi English School, your social science teacher, and today we are going to continue with our social science lesson number 7, preservation of our heritage. Before starting our lesson, I welcome you all with a good thought. What you do today can improve all your tomorrows. Before starting our new topic, we will revise what we have learned in this lesson. We have learned about need for the preservation of our culture heritage. We have learned a need and necessity of culture heritage. We have learned about the tourism industries and our heritage. And in last lecture we have completed preservation of heritage and measure to conserve it. Indian government and a constitution, the Indian Board of Wildlife Act was started in year 1952 for the protection of wildlife. They give suggestion for the development of national park, bird sanctuary and zoological garden and create awareness for the protection of wildlife. And the Wildlife Protection Board was enacted, it means had made an amendment in constitution in year 1972 with the firm status of making national parks, sanctuaries and bioreserves. Even with the government, there are several societies and organizations are also working for the protection of wildlife. Like from them, Bombay Natural History Society is the oldest one of its kind and was established in year 1883. Others foundation like Gir Foundation, Natural Club are also working for the environment wildlife protection. Like this way, even for the protection of ancient memorial and archaeological site and remaining act was also made in year 1958, and the main motto of to make this act to preserve the antique artistic work, religious places, historical memorials and archaeological sites. There are total 5,000 monuments and sites are under their protection. ASI stands for Archaeological Survey of India, and today we are going to start with our new topic, that is our role in the preservation of museum. It means that museum, a place where we keep an ancient and precious thing, to preserve it for a long time, to preserve it for a generation to next generation. The artistic things are kept in a museum, and in museum that things is going to conserve for a long time. According to Indian Treasure Act 1876, if any citizen suddenly find any Asian artistic and antique article from a house, field, well, lake, etc. while the digging, then he has to immediately notify to the officer of archaeological department. It means Indian Treasure Trove Act has been started in year 1876. What now? The question is coming in your mind. What is Treasure Trove Act? Treasure troves, the meaning of treasure trove is a collection or store of valuable or delightful things. It means the collection or to store a valuable thing. This act was started in year 1876. It means that if you find any artistic article or any artistic thing from your house, from the field or from the lake while digging, then you have to immediately inform to Archaeological Department of India. with this small effort, they can preserve the valuable things which could have been lost due to the carelessness. It means that if we are taking a little bit effort, then we can preserve our valuable things which could have been lost due to the carelessness. It means that if we are taking a little bit of care, if we find anything from our field, from our house, or from while digging, then we should inform to the archaeological department so they can preserve that precious artistic items. Government has tried to obtain information regarding personal or a private museum consisting expensive artistic piece under the Act of 1972. Even government is also taking information of personal museum or a private museum who is consisting which museum is consisting the expensive and artistic pieces in the museum. This act was started in year 1972. The systematic achieved document corresponding to each state provides better guidance to the historians and researchers. This means that if the things which is saved in the museum in a systematic and we achieve a documents, it give a proper guidance to historians and the researchers, those who are doing research on that monuments, on the artistic thing. It will help them if that monuments and that thing are going to be preserved. Museum performs important task for preserving a valuable things carefully. Museums are very helpful and it preserve a valuable things carefully. Like if you have gone to museum, you have seen a museum is consisting of artistic thing from the ancient times. The best example of museums are given below. There are some museums names are given in this table. Museums of India. National Museum. It is in New Delhi. State, New Delhi. Indian Museum. City, Kolkata. State, West Bengal. Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Vastu Museum. Prince of Wales Museum. Mumbai, Maharashtra. Salarganj Museum, Hyderabad, Andhra Pradesh. Rashtriya Manav Sangrahalay, Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh. Lalbhai Dalpatbhai Museum, LD Institute of Indology. This museum, it is in Ahmedabad in Gujarat. Shri Mahavir Jain Aradhana Kendra, Koba, Gandhinagar, Gujarat. Shri Hemchandra Acharya Library, Patan, Gujarat. Vadodara Museum and Picture Gallery, Vadodara, Gujarat. It is a combined duty of a general and a public and a government to generate awareness toward the preservation and the protection of the museum. It means you have seen that there are the number of museums are there in India. The few of the names are given here. But it doesn't mean that if we are keeping that a artistic thing in the museum, there and only there the preservation is going to be there. No, if we will do a combined, if we will do the duty combined like government and a public, a general public like us, like a citizen like us, if we create awareness toward the preservation and the protections, then we can save the artistic things which is made by our ancestor and we show the dignity of our heritage. So we have to contribute towards it. Even government is contributing and we also have to contribute ourselves for the preservation and the protection of our monuments and artistic things. Even museum plays a most important role for the protection and the preservation of artistic thing, the things which is unique. Our role in the preservation of heritage. Now, what is our role in the preservation of our heritage? It means that as a citizen of India, what is our role for the preservation of our heritage? If the central and the state government, UNESCO and the NGO means non-government organization, are performing their duties to preserve our valuable heritage, then as an individual, one should play an effective role in that direction. It means that if central government or if state government, even a UNESCO, the World Heritage Site, even the non-government organization NGO are putting their 100% effort to just save our monuments, then as a citizen of India, as an individual people, we should also play an effective role in the direction that we should also preserve our monument. It is not just a duty of government, it is not just a duty of UNESCO department, it is not just a duty of NGO, it is duty of all the citizens of India to preserve our heritage. Teachers in the schools and colleges should impart the knowledge of India's glorious heritage. It means that in every schools, in college, the students should get a knowledge related to our Indian glorious heritage that you have learned in lesson number 6, that the monuments of India, and right now you are learning that how it's important for us to preserve our heritage. It means that every colleges and every student should get that knowledge, that how the preservation is important of that monument for us. Student as well as common public should gain the knowledge of unfamiliar places, monuments, ancient remaining sites, etc. Even not only the students but even common people should also have familiar with the places which they are still unfamiliar. They should know about the monument, they should know about the ancient sites. They should help in their preservation and protection. As you are the students, you are the youth of India, you should give your contribution to preserve and the protection of our heritage. Everyone should take care of these monuments by preparing the list of all the heritage sites. As a citizen of India, or the government is taking care by that making the list of all the monuments, that the list that in which state which monument is there, which monument is going to be destroyed, which monument has destroyed, which monument is going to verge to destroyed. It means that to take a list and to take care of that take care of that monuments. Valuable things should not be destroyed, broken or stolen. Schools and colleges and NGO should conduct the programs like visit to historical places and sites, speeches, exhibitions, discussions, seminars, etc. It means that the valuable thing should not be destroyed, it should not be broken. So that's why it's kept in the museum. So that's because of that the antiques thing is not going to be broken and it is kept under the security. So it could not be able to stolen. Even the schools, colleges and NGO department should arrange and conduct the programs, so the common peoples will get a knowledge about historical places and monuments. Even in schools, colleges and open seminars should be there. The speeches related to monument, the speeches related to the preservation of monument, even exhibition should be there. The discussion, the debate should be there with students, so they can know the importance of heritage and preservation of heritage, and to create awareness. It means the awareness right now, the awareness is most important part, most important thing, that people should know that the preservation of heritage is important. But when they will understand the preservation of our heritage is important, first they should have awareness toward heritage. If a specimen of architecture, sculpture, historical monuments are destroyed once, it is difficult to restore them to the original form. It means the artistic thing, the monuments, the architecture, the art, if it is destroyed once, then it is very difficult to make them and restore them in original form. It means that when the Qutub Minar has been destroyed totally, then it is very difficult for us, it is very difficult for the archaeological department to restore it from its original form. So it is our moral duty that they should not be destroyed and shifted to other place, like the temples have been shifted to one place to another place in Andhra Pradesh. So it is our duty that we should not make that monument destroyed, and it is our moral duty. Our country has a rich and unique heritage. The whole countries in the world, India is having rich and unique heritage compared to other countries in the world. There are many ancient ponds, lakes, wells, step wells, streams, springs, etc. in the different places in our country. We should take special care of Malav Lake of Dholka, Ranini Vav of Patan, Vale of Champaner, Bhamario Vale of Mehmedabad, Naugan Vale of Junagadh, etc. during the monsoon. We should constantly keep an eye on their preservation. It means that the ancient ponds, lakes, wells and step wells are at the different places in the country. During the monsoon season, especially when it is a chances to come a flood, at that time we should take care of this special ancient monuments, we can say, like in the form of Malwa Lake, Ranini Vav, the Vale of Champaner, the Vale of Mehmedabad are the wells which is made during the ancient times. So during the monsoon season we should take a precaution first that this monument could not be able to destroyed because of natural calamities. We should constantly keep eye on their preservation. Cleanliness and preservation of picnic spots. It means that a cleanliness should be there at a picnic spots. If, for example, if we are going for the tourism at a Gir forest, or we are going for the tourism of a Qutub Minar, Taj Mahal, then we should take care of cleanliness and their preservation first. By which way we will take care, that we will learn in this topic. Central and the state government are taking a proper step for the cleanliness and the preservation of a picnic spots. Even that, it means that central and state government both are giving their maximum effort for the preservation of heritage, which we call a picnic spots. Consequently, a special arrangement has been made for it. Religious, historical places have always been a greater attraction among local as well as the foreign tourists. It means that religious places and the historical places like Taj Mahal, Qutub Minar, the temples at Mahabalipuram, these all are the central attraction. Not even in the form of local people, but the foreigners are also very attracted to see these places. Henceforth, our government is attentive enough towards its preservation. It means that if the number of peoples are going over there, to see these monuments, at that time government is taking enough care of its preservation. What are the duties of the tourist, those who are going to see this monument? Do not use plastic. Do not litter at a picnic spot. Use the dustbin. Do not spoil historical monuments either by writing or drawing picture. See, there are some peoples are having bad habit to write something on the monuments. It is that as a Indian, as a citizens, we should not destroy the monument and we should not spoil the monument by writing or drawing the picture. We should be properly disposed of. It means that the waste which is made by which we have made, we should dispose it properly. We should not throw anywhere near the monuments. Do not spit after eating tobacco or pan. It means that if you are eating pan or tobacco, then you should not spit over anywhere nearby the monuments. Do not pollute surrounding areas of historical monuments. It means the pollution should not be there near the surrounding areas of historical monuments. Extensive care should be taken during monsoon of historical monument which constitutes step wells, lakes, ponds, streams, etc. It means that extensive care should be taken during the monsoon season for which monuments like the step wells, lakes, ponds and streams. Precautions while cleaning monuments with an archaeological chemical method. It means that when precautions, it means taking a lots of care when archaeological department is cleaning the monument like a Taj Mahal. So they are cleaning the monuments with taking a lots of care. They are cleaning that monuments with the help of a chemical that it could not be able that lose their originality. It means with that care they are cleaning that monuments with the chemical methods. Sanitize the domestic and foreign visitor to avoid damage of historical heritage. It means a sanitization should be there to avoid and damage of historical heritage. If a natural disaster has caused damage to historical places, effort to bring it again to its original form. As we know that we can control the man-made disaster, but natural disaster is not in our hand. We can't control the natural disaster, but yes, we can take a precaution of a natural disaster and save our monuments by giving the maximum effort. And if that monument has been destroyed due to the natural calamities, then archaeological department will make effort to bring it again to its original form after doing the renovation. It is our responsibility to maintain beauty and cleanliness of a tourist place as they bring fame and prosperity to nation. It is our responsibility to maintain a beauty and the cleanliness of tourist places because it brings fame and a prosperity of our nation. We should make use of science and technology to maintain the originality of our ancient heritage. It means now question is coming in your mind that how science and technology will maintain the originality of our heritage. It is because by cleaning the chemical methods, by taking the monument care by the innovative technology, this way science and technology help to preserve our ancient heritage. Now we will learn a new topic that is India, unity and diversity. Unity in diversity, it means that India is only a country where more than one religious peoples, more than one religious peoples are living together. That we are knowing that India is united, but there are more than number of religious peoples are living together. They are having different style of living, different culture, different worshipping style, but then also we all are united. It means that unity in diversity. Being one of the most ancient civilization of the world, India has varied. It means a different and a rich culture heritage. Diversity of India is unique identity. It means diversity, it means a different peoples are living together. It is a unique identity of India. India has fine amalgamation of different caste, community, religion, tradition, culture and language in spite of having a variety. It means that India is a fine amalgamation. It means a mixture of a different caste, community, religion, tradition, cultures, that all is having a different languages. But then also varieties are going to see in India. But then also we all are living united. Yet India stand united and undivided. India has proved the feeling of Vasudev Kutumbakam. It means that the whole world is family. India has proved the feeling of Vasudev Kutumbakam. It means that the whole world is family. This feeling of existing in India since Vedic periods of time, the feelings of the whole world is family. This feeling comes from the ancient period of a time, the time of a Vedic period of a time. Let us get a good thoughts and a vibration from all the direction. It is the message of Rig Veda. We show the cases, the grandeur and the glory of Indian culture. India has spread a religious tolerance and secularism across the world. It means that India has, that teach every country that spread religious tolerance and secularism. Secularism, it means that you have learned in 8th standard, you have learned in 9th standard. Secularism, it means that in India we are free to follow our own choice of religions. We can propagate our own religions. Government is not going to give a force on us to follow just a particular religious. No, in India we are free to follow our own choice religions, and even we can propagate our own religions. So we are living in a secular country with having a religious tolerance. It means every religious is having their own worshipping style. But then also we are living together. You can see in the picture that this all community peoples, it means all the religious peoples having a different style of clothing, different language, different culture, different living style, different style of worshipping, but then also we all are united. So in next lecture we will continue with our new paragraph. So today we have learned related to our museums of India. We have learned about a role in the preservation of our heritage. We have learned about how we are going to take care and a cleanliness of and preservation of picnic spots. We have learned about unity in diversity, and in next lecture we will continue with our new paragraph and I will show you the presentation of this lesson. Till then, thank you everyone.